After 60, life doesn't slow down, it becomes clearer. You finally understand what truly matters and what no longer deserves your energy. Yet many people carry habits, worries, and fears into their later years that quietly steal their peace. Today, I want to talk about 9 things we should stop doing after 60 if we truly want a happier, healthier retirement. First, stop believing that your best years are behind you. Age is not the end of the road, it is a new path. Some of the most meaningful moments in life come when responsibilities reduce and wisdom increases. Stop telling yourself that nothing exciting is left. Your experience, patience, and understanding make this phase incredibly valuable. Second, stop ignoring your health. Many people think it is too late to care, but that is never true. Small daily habits like walking, stretching, drinking enough water, and sleeping well make a huge difference. Health is not about extreme diets or heavy exercise, it is about consistency and care. Third, stop living in the past. Remembering old times can be comforting, but living there can rob you of today's joy, regrets, mistakes, and what-ifs only create sadness. The past cannot be changed, but today can still be peaceful and beautiful. Fourth, stop trying to please everyone. You have spent most of your life fulfilling duties for family and society. Now it is time to respect your own comfort and emotional well-being. Saying no is not selfish, it is necessary for peace. Fifth, stop comparing yourself to others. Someone will always have more money, better health, or a different lifestyle. Comparison only creates dissatisfaction. Your journey is unique, and gratitude for what you have brings real happiness. Sixth, stop holding on to anger and resentment. Carrying grudges only harms your own heart and health. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting, it means freeing yourself. A peaceful heart helps you age with grace. Seventh, stop sitting still all day. Movement keeps the body strong and the mind active. You don't need a gym. Walking, gentle stretches, household work, or gardening are enough. A little movement every day keeps life flowing. Eighth, stop feeling useless. Retirement does not mean your value is ended. Your advice, presence, and love matter more than you realize. Your wisdom is needed by family, grandchildren, and society. Purpose keeps the soul young. Finally, stop being afraid of aging. Growing older is not a burden, it is a privilege many never receive. Wrinkles and grey hair are signs of a life lived with strength and experience. Confidence and self-acceptance are the true beauty of this age. After 60, happiness does not come from doing more. It comes from letting go. Let go of fear, pressure, anger, and unnecessary worries. This stage of life is meant for calm, health, and quiet joy. Growing older is not losing life. It is finally understanding it, one of the most harmful thoughts people carry after the age of 60 is the belief that life is somehow finished, that the best years are gone, and that now there is nothing left to look forward to. This thought quietly enters the mind through society, relatives, and even our own fears. People begin to say things like, Ab Mariamar Hoge High or Ab Kir Rege High. But this way of thinking is not only untrue, it is deeply unfair to the life you still have ahead of you. Life does not end at 60. In many ways, it finally begins to make sense. The pressure of building a career, raising children, and proving yourself to the world slowly fades. What replaces it is clarity. You know who you are. You know what matters and what doesn't. This wisdom is something youth does not have, no matter how energetic or ambitious it may be. When you believe life is over, you stop trying. You stop learning new things. You stop caring about your health, your appearance, and your happiness. This belief slowly drains your energy, not your age. Many people feel old not because of years, but because they have mentally retired from life. Look around and you will find countless examples of people who discovered joy, creativity, and purpose after 60. Some started walking daily and regained strength. Some learned skills they never had time for earlier. Some became mentors, teachers, or pillars of support for their families. Age did not stop them, thinking did. This phase of life offers something very precious: freedom from unnecessary expectations. You no longer need to impress anyone. You no longer need to run in races that never truly mattered. You can choose calm over chaos, peace over pressure, and meaning over material things. That is not an ending, that is an upgrade. When you stop thinking life is over, your body responds positively, your mind stays active, your heart feels lighter. Hope itself becomes a form of medicine. Studies and real-life experience both show that people who stay mentally positive and engaged live not only longer, but better. You are not useless, invisible, or irrelevant. Your experience is a treasure. Your stories carry lessons. Your presence provides stability in a fast, confusing world. Younger generations need your calm, your patience, and your guidance more than ever. Aging is not about losing value, it is about shifting it. Beauty becomes confidence, strength becomes resilience, success becomes inner peace. If you allow yourself to see this clearly, you will realize that life after 60 is not a closing chapter, but a meaningful one written in slower, wiser, and more thoughtful words. Stop thinking life is over after 60. Start seeing it as a time to finally live on your own terms. After the age of 60, one of the biggest mistakes many people make is quietly neglecting their health, not intentionally, but slowly, day by day. Some believe it is too late to improve. Others think pain, weakness, and fatigue are just a normal part of aging that must be accepted. This mindset is dangerous because while aging is natural, suffering unnecessarily is not. Health after 60 is not about becoming perfect or reversing time, it is about protecting your independence, dignity, and quality of life. When health is ignored, even small tasks become difficult, walking feels heavy, sleep becomes disturbed, digestion weakens, and the mind feels tired. Over time, this affects not only the body, but also confidence and happiness. Many seniors think taking care of health requires expensive treatments or extreme routines. The truth is much simpler. Health is built through small, consistent habits. A daily walk, even for 15 or 20 minutes, keeps joints flexible and the heart active. Gentle stretching in the morning helps reduce stiffness. Drinking enough water supports digestion and energy. These simple actions, done regularly, create powerful results. Neglecting health often starts with ignoring warning signs. Small pains are dismissed. Poor sleep is accepted. Unhealthy eating becomes routine, but the body always speaks before it breaks down. Listening early can prevent bigger problems later. Visiting a doctor for regular checkups, taking prescribed medicines correctly, and not self-medicating are acts of self-respect. Not weakness. Mental health is just as important as physical health. Loneliness, stress, and worry silently affect the body. After 60, emotional well-being becomes essential. Staying socially connected, talking openly, and keeping the mind engaged through reading, learning, or hobbies protects memory and mood. A peaceful mind strengthens the body more than we realize. Food choices also matter greatly at this stage of life. Eating heavy, oily, or excessive food may bring temporary satisfaction, but causes long-term harm. Simple, home-cooked meals, eaten in moderation, support digestion and energy levels. Health after 60 is not about strict dieting, but about mindful eating. Sleep is another area often ignored. Poor sleep weakens immunity, increases pain, and affects mood. Creating a calm routine before bedtime, limiting late-night screen use, And respecting rest as a necessity rather than laziness can improve overall health significantly. Taking care of health after 60 is not selfish. It is responsible. When you are healthy, you depend less on others and enjoy life more fully. You can walk freely, think clearly, and participate actively in family life. Good health allows you to remain present, confident, and independent. Aging does not demand neglect, it demands attention. Your body has carried you through decades of life. Now it deserves care, patience, and kindness. When you stop neglecting your health, you are not just adding years to life, but life to your years after the age of 60. Many people unknowingly begin to live more in their memories than in their present life. The past feels familiar and safe. Old moments, both happy and painful, replay again and again in the mind. While memories are precious, living in the past can quietly steal today's peace. Regret, guilt, and unfinished thoughts begin to weigh heavily on the heart, making the present feel empty or meaningless. Many seniors often think about what they should have done differently. Missed opportunities, wrong decisions, broken relationships, or words left unsaid return again and again. This constant mental replay does not change the past, it only creates sadness, stress, and emotional exhaustion. The mind becomes trapped in yesterday, while today passes unnoticed. Living in the past also includes constantly comparing today's life with how things used to be. People say, "Pehel sab akava," or "Abwo bot nahi rahi." But every stage of life has its own beauty. Youth had energy, but it also had pressure. Middle age had responsibility, but it also had stress. This stage of life offers something rare: calm, reflection, and freedom from constant competition. When you live in the past, you unintentionally reject the present. You stop noticing small joys like a quiet morning, a peaceful cup of tea, a conversation with a loved one, or the comfort of rest. The present may look simple, but simplicity carries deep peace when accepted fully. Another danger of living in the past is emotional heaviness. Old anger, old disappointments, and old pain remain alive when they are constantly remembered. These emotions affect sleep, health, and mood. The body feels tired not because of age, but because the heart is carrying too much weight. Letting go of the past does not mean forgetting or disrespecting it. It means accepting it. Every mistake taught a lesson. Every loss shaped strength. Every experience, good or bad, helped create who you are today. Once you accept that the past did its job, you can gently release it. The present moment is the only place where peace exists. You cannot breathe in the past. You cannot smile in the future. You can only live now. When you focus on what you can still do instead of what you can no longer do, life begins to feel lighter. Gratitude replaces regret. Contentment replaces complaint. After 60, time feels more valuable. This is not the time to waste on old pain. This is the time to choose peace intentionally. Enjoy what is still possible. Build gentle routines. Stay connected to people who bring calm, not chaos. Allow yourself to be present without judgment. Life is not asking you to relive yesterday. It is inviting you to experience today with wisdom. When you stop living in the past, you open space for quiet happiness, emotional freedom, and inner rest. Aging becomes lighter when the heart is no longer carrying yesterday's burdens. After the age of 60, one of the most exhausting habits to carry forward is the need to please everyone and constantly compare yourself with others. This habit often develops over a lifetime. For years, you may have put family first, adjusted your needs, stayed silent to keep peace, and measured your success by how others were doing. While this may have been necessary earlier in life, continuing it now quietly steals your peace. Trying to please everyone is a race that never ends. No matter how much you do, Someone will always expect more. Someone will always be unhappy when you live to meet everyone else's expectations. Your own comfort is pushed aside after 60. This becomes especially harmful because emotional stress directly affects health, sleep, and inner calm. Many seniors feel guilty when they say no. They worry about what others will think or say. But saying no does not mean you are rude or uncaring. It means you are protecting your energy at this stage of life. Peace is more valuable than approval. You have already fulfilled your responsibilities. You have earned the right to choose what feels right for you. Comparison adds another heavy burden. You may compare your health, finances, children, lifestyle, or even respect from others. Seeing someone your age doing better can create sadness, while seeing someone doing worse may bring temporary relief. Either way, comparison keeps the mind restless. It takes away gratitude for your own journey. Every life follows a different path. Some people face struggles early, others later. Some appear successful but carry hidden pain. When you compare only the visible parts of life, you never see the full truth. Your journey is complete in its own way, shaped by choices, circumstances, and strength that only you truly understand. After 60, comparing yourself to younger people is especially unfair. Youth and age are different seasons of life. Each season has its own purpose. Just as you cannot expect flowers in winter, you cannot expect the same energy or pace as before. Accepting this brings peace instead of frustration. When you stop pleasing everyone, your relationships often improve. People learn to respect your boundaries. When you stop comparing yourself, gratitude quietly grows. You begin to appreciate what your body can still do, what your heart has survived, and what your life still offers. Freedom after 60 is not about doing whatever you want without care. It is about choosing what truly matters and letting go of what drains you. You don't need to prove your worth anymore. You don't need to compete. Your value is not measured by others' opinions. Peace enters your life when you accept yourself fully, without comparison and without guilt. This acceptance brings confidence, emotional stability, and quiet joy. After a lifetime of effort, this stage of life is meant for inner rest. Stop pleasing everyone. Stop comparing yourself. Start choosing peace. After the age of 60, many people quietly carry 3 heavy burdens in their hearts: fear, anger, and a painful feeling of uselessness. These emotions often remain unspoken, but they deeply affect peace of mind, health, and overall happiness, while the body may age naturally. Carrying these emotional weights is a choice that slowly drains joy from daily life. Fear often shows itself in many forms: fear of illness, fear of dependency, fear of being ignored, fear of death, or fear of the future. Some people constantly worry about what will happen next, even though much of life has already been lived and understood. This fear keeps the mind restless and the body tense. It steals sleep and weakens immunity. Living in constant fear does not protect you, it only exhausts you. Anger is another emotion many seniors hold onto for years. Old conflicts, broken relationships, disrespect from loved ones, or unfulfilled expectations become silent companions. Some anger is visible, while some stays hidden inside, turning into bitterness. This anger does not change the past or teach others a lesson. It quietly harms the heart, raises stress levels, and disturbs inner balance. Letting go of anger is not forgetting what happened. It is choosing peace over pain. The feeling of uselessness is perhaps the most painful of all. After retirement or changes in family roles, many people feel they no longer matter. They believe their opinions are ignored, their presence is unnoticed, and their purpose is gone. This belief is deeply damaging and completely untrue. Value does not end with employment or physical strength. Wisdom, experience, patience, and emotional support are forms of strength that only grow with age. When fear, anger, and uselessness combine, life begins to feel heavy. Days lose meaning. Motivation fades, the body feels tired even without physical work, but the truth is, these feelings are not permanent realities. They are habits of the mind developed over time, and habits can be changed. Letting go begins with acceptance, accepting that some things did not go as planned. Accepting that people may not always behave as expected, accepting that roles change. With time, acceptance does not mean defeat, it means emotional maturity. It frees energy that was trapped in resistance. Purpose after 60 does not need to be loud or public. Sometimes purpose is simply being present, listening, guiding gently, or living with dignity. Your calm presence may be the safest place someone knows, your words, even when few, carry weight because they come from experience. When you release fear, trust quietly enters. When you release anger, peace settles in the heart. When you release the feeling of uselessness, self-respect returns. Aging becomes lighter when emotional baggage is put down. You are not behind in life. You are not forgotten. You are not finished. This stage of life is meant for emotional freedom, not emotional suffering. Stop carrying fear, anger, and self-doubt. Choose calm, forgiveness, and quiet confidence. That choice alone can transform the way you experience your later years.